Good morning and welcome to Abrasive and Proud of It Live. I am one of your hosts, Mike Z. Chris will join us shortly. We're going to get right into our specials till the end of the month of February. Right now, if you get a Next Wave CNC, you will get a laser for free. How does that work exactly? Well, if you purchase an HD 510 or a 520 at retail price, then you'll receive a 7-watt laser via rebate. And if you buy the smaller models, the 500, the 120, or the 110, you will receive a 2-watt laser module for free. Also, February is a great flocking time to get flock at a great savings. All of our flock is on sale, suede text nylon fibers. You also have the undercoat adhesive, that's also on sale, and the mini flocking applicator. All of these are on sales. Here's some ideas for you. What about Intarsia, where you flock the puzzle pieces? Jewelry box. Maybe you want to give that little touch of something special inside the box. Also, if you have a noisy toolbox and you'd like to quiet it down some, flocking works great for that. Interior car parts, as well as scroll saw boxes and many, many more options. One of my favorites is duck decoys to really give the duck, brings it to life. You know, it looks good. Also, these 4 blades are on sale to the end of the month, and we will be doing a feature on these this Thursday, as well as something for the Next Wave CNC. But in these blades here, you basically have 4 of the Klingspor carbide-tipped blades. They are 100% manufactured in Germany. They are laser cut from virgin German steel, precision flattened, ground tensioned for the ultimate cutting balance. Heavy-duty laser precision cut plate with large trifoil brazed European micrograin tips. What this means is you can pretty much sharpen these up to about 4 times without having to worry about the tip. My personal favorite is going to be the combination blade, rip and crosscut, mostly due to the fact that I am slightly on the lazy side when it comes to changing out the blades. I know some of us do suffer from that a little bit, but this blade actually does a great job on both cross-cutting and ripping. And on Thursday, when we go to talk about these blades, I do have a demonstration. I cut all of my firewood. I cross-cut oak, and then I can go back and cross-cut maple, and the cut is so clean that water will not get into the end grain. It really is pretty incredible. When I was doing the demonstration, it kind of shocked me that it's that clean of a blade, and it's at a fraction of the price from other blades on the market. So you're going to get a quality blade with the 4+1 grind that just works great for all-around use. But we also have the general purpose blade, which is just good all-around blade, you know, not dedicated to one particular function. You also have a ripping blade, has a very large gull, has 24 teeth, and it is an ATB ripping blade, which others on the market are a straight tooth. This will give you a little bit cleaner cut and better precision and cutting power if you're using one of those undercut saws, like maybe a 1 horsepower or 1.5 horsepower saw, and you want to cut, like rip up some 8/4 stock. This will actually do an amazing job with that, and it doesn't let your saw feel like it's underpowered. And then if you're looking for a Glueline ripping blade, one of the best that I've ever used. The only difference here with this one in particular, it doesn't have a flat bottom. So if you're looking for a Glueline ripping blade with a flat bottom, if you're going to be running dados, this would not be a choice. But for everything else, this blade is great. What about DeBoot clamps? They're on sale, the hand cam clamps. If you are in the market for something where you're trying to do a reach, like for instance on this photo here, you have a wide piece of wood and it's a deep throat reach, the wooden hand cam clamps are a great option to be able to glue that small piece deeper into the board. And also Miles Craft has our Pantograph on sale. This will basically take a large picture of whatever you want or lettering and reduce it 50% onto the router so you can make signs easier. You can route out pictures, designs, things along those lines where you don't actually have to have anything more than a computer and a printer. And this will do everything else. Maybe a router wouldn't hurt either. Nichols File Set is on sale. This is a great set to have in the shop. Bunch of their most popular 4-inch long files. All of them are double bastard cut, so they're a coarse grind cut, if you will. But this will pretty much sharpen anything that's in the shop, clean up anything metal that's in the shop, you name it. These are a great tool, a set to have in the toolbox in any shop. And still on sale also is the Long Ranger system. This is basically a remote for your dust collector, so you don't have to walk over and turn it on every time. The difference with this versus some others on the market is that this uses a radio frequency signal, so it's not affected by outside interference like TVs, transformers, 3-phase motors. So this works out great. The remote is up to 50 feet, So if your table saw happens to be a long way away from the dust collector, this is a great option to turn it on and not have to worry about walking back and forth every time. We have both the 110 version and the 220 version on sale until the end of the month. And then we also have Pyrography on sale. If you're looking to get into an art that is very patient, is very calming, Pyrography turned out to be a very good craft to get into. Basically, almost any wood will be usable other than pine and cedar, but for the most part, you can really burn to your heart's desire. Our set will include a book as well as a graphite paper to transfer onto, a honing strop to keep your tips clean, and the Coalwood Cub wood burning unit. Also on sale, we have the Borah Portamate Universal Mobile Base. We have the Mampa 2-inch master set for power carving with any 5/8 11 angle grinder. And then we have the Osborne EB3 miter guide. Let's take a closer look at some of those. So on the miter guide here, instead of using your traditional miter guide where you put all of the pivot pressure onto the actual fence, what Osborne did was they actually have a stability arm. And that stability arm, if you look closely on the left-hand side, will also have your angles. So it's a real quick and easy way to get the exact angle you need when making the cut versus a traditional miter gauge. It has an expanding slot, so it will go from pretty much any of your 3/4 inch miter guides. It will not fit a 5/8. So if you have an older Delta table saw, for instance, this might not be the way for you, but anything in the modern age within the past 20 years, it'll work out great. The Borah Portamate is a 650-pound capacity, truly universal mobile base. It'll go from 12 to 12 inch as the smallest square, 36 inch to 36 inch as its largest square. And then if you need a rectangle, it'll do 20 to 52 inch. You get two 3-inch non-marring ball bearing wheels and casters, so therefore you can level it. The plates that are on there have holes drilled into it, so you could actually mount plywood to it and then mount your machine to the plywood if it's an odd shape, like say a Powermatic 54A joiner. Those have a very funky bottom base to it, but this will actually work in that. And then Mampa has come out with a power carving attachment that actually uses belt-driven gears. And what they've done here is that they have an 8-inch, 10.5, and 14-inch reach. So you have a very long power carving ability, as well as you're able to angle it from straight 180 to a 90 degree off of your angle grinder. It comes with the adapter rings for different angle grinder types, has all of the drive belts you'll need, 2 extension tools, plus a 2-inch cutter in the circular form. They also have a diamond form. But this is a new way of power carving with your existing your power carving equipment if you're using an angle grinder. For the most part, I haven't found anything that the angle grinder that you cannot use it on, but they do suggest to make sure that you have a switch and not a paddle, and you always want to have it at full speed. But these are on sale, $20 off until the end of this month. Also, our Scuff Buff. The Scuff Buff balls are a non-woven abrasive, and they go from 60 grit to 600, and they are 10-pack of refills plus the arbor, or you can just get the 10-pack of refills. Both are on sale 10% off. And nice part about these, they have a scalloped edge, so you can stack them intermittently and actually create a ball. It'll work great for bowls. It'll work great for the bottom sides of vases and vases. Whatever it is that you may need to get into in a deep recess, these are an awesome option to have. Also, because they are a non-woven material, they are waterproof, oil-proof, and I even think chemically resistant. So depending on what you want to scrape off, like if you have rust on something, these actually do work a really good job in the 60 grit. So check out the Scuff Buff balls. We have the 10-pack refills, which makes one ball, or we have the complete unit, both on sale at 10% off till the end of the month. Maybe you're in the market for a 6-inch precision combo square. Well, iGaging has the perfect combination square. It is both a regular engineering square, straight, right angles, or you can do 45 degrees. It's graduated in 8ths, 16ths, 32nds, and 64ths to get that precision that you need. And it also has a marking gauge that is screwed into the top of it rather than punched into the top or fitted in as a friction fit, so therefore you don't lose it. I don't know about you, but I always lose mine, so therefore I'm always buying a new square. This is very handy to have that it screws in. It's It's precision, it's accurate, it's actually really well made, and they are etched. The numbers, the measurements on there are etched in and not printed, so therefore they won't rub off. What about an angle cube? I don't know about you, but every time I go to do anything with angles, I used to get out the old protractor. Nowadays, they've really upgraded it to where you have a rechargeable small angle gauge cube. What's nice about this is you've got 3 sides of it that are rare earth magnets, so it'll stick to your blade, and then you can zero it out when you have your blade at 90, and then start tilting the blade to get that exact angle measurement that you need. Auto shut off, tilt range is 0 to 90 degrees. The resolution is up to 5 thousandths. And then also your accuracy is up to 2 degrees, or 0.2 degrees. So if you're looking for something to get repeatability out of an angle and is real quick to set up, also it'll handle dust, moisture protection because it is an IP54 rated, and it's a military grade anodized alloy body, this is a great option to have and on sale until the end of the month. So everyone's getting into slabs. It's kind of one of those things that are just happening right now. It's the trend. Well, how do you know that your slab is going to be ready for production? Why don't you get yourself a mini Ligno moisture meter? The mini Ligno is got 2 different sets of pins in it, one for 3/16 and one for 7/16 measuring depth. It also auto calibrates for the temperature stability before you turn on the meter. So that way you don't have to sit and calibrate like some other meters on the market. The ergonomic design, for instance, that green top on there is, if you notice, it's kind of almost have a pistol grip type of design on it. And that means that you can push it into your hand so you can push evenly and accurately into the wood. And so it's comfortable when you're doing a lot of slabs or wood. Wide measuring range from 6 to 45%. So you have a lot of range here in a very small unit that has both a lanyard to it, or it has a nice little pocket pouch so you can keep it on you at all times. This is on sale till the end of the month. And one of my personal favorites, Lacquer For Brass. Most brass things that are out there are treated with some sort of lacquer coating over top of them. And if you have recently decided that you are going to polish up your brass, and then you notice it starts to tarnish over time, getting a duller look to it, then Lacquer For Brass is for you. It also works on all non-ferrous metals. So if you have other precious metals, such as you're into jewelry, then this would be a great choice. Right now, the gloss is on sale, but we also have satin and flat available, which is new last year. They hadn't had that in years. So if you're looking to give your brass jewelry a little bit of a shine to it for protective, but you don't want it to look glossy or polished, the flat is awesome for that. But on sale this month until the end of the month, we have the gloss. So if you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. Let me check on the status of Chris. Okay, he is not going to be able to join us today. So that will conclude today's Abrasive and Proud of It Live. I am Mike Z for Klingspor's Woodworking Shop. Don't forget to shop us at woodworkingshop.com or call us at 800-228-0000. And I thank you very much for joining us and hope to see you Thursday for our product review on both the Next Wave SD 100 or 110, one of the two, can't remember which one, and then also our Klingspor saw blades that are on sale. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you have a great day. Oh yeah, I got to hit the end broadcast thing. If you made it to the end,